Hi, this is Sheriff Gary McFadden of the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office, bringing you another edition of MCSO News 45. Well, today we want to talk about mental health. Mental health has been top in every news story across the nation. It has been top in local news stories. And the reason it's been top in North Carolina is because the tragic death of this young lady on the light rail by a person who they're going to classify that is mental or mentally unstable or have mental challenges. So we want to talk about that. A couple of days ago, I went to the Community Trust National Forum in Miami, Florida. And during that time, while we were talking and having discussions, I can tell you 6 out of the 10 topics that we talked about was mental health. And like we said, mental health is the number one thing that most people are talking about nationally now and also locally. And so we know that the lawmakers will be coming back to Raleigh in the next couple of days or next week. And we want to make sure that they understand this. It is definitely needed of new laws and bills to be passed, but we would love for them to actually talk to several sheriffs, not people representing just a sheriff association, but the actual sheriffs that who encounter these people inside their detention centers. And why is this so important? Well, you're getting what our concerns are and what our needs are. So when you come back making these bills, I think that you need to contact your local sheriffs. Now, I know most people don't want to contact the local sheriffs who run the largest counties in North Carolina, which is Mecklenburg, Wake, Guilford, Forsyth, Durham, and all of these other counties, which are counties that represent a large amount of population in North Carolina, which are conducted by African-American sheriffs. So we know that is a hard thing to do, but we think that it's very important if we're talking about safety and security of our cities, and we're talking about mental health. And the reason I say mental health is because when I first took office, we created North Carolina First Behavioral Health Unit inside a detention center, which we moved from female to male in 1 year. And we also have the RISE program, which is called Restoring Individuals Safely and Effective. And now the RISE program in Mecklenburg County Detention Center now can take on 39 other counties that are having behavioral health issues with their residents. So for instance, Mecklenburg County population today was 1473. We have found out that 318 of these individuals are diagnosed with a mental health issue. But out of that 618, 189 are considered severe, persistent, and continuous mental health issues. And that is schizophrenia, bipolar, which is a significant impairment that cannot be dealt with on one diagnosis. So a person dealing with schizophrenia and also bipolar disorder needs continuous help. So when they're making these bills, we want them to be mindful. Although that you're going to pressure the magistrates and pressure the judges to hold people longer and retain them inside our detention center, you have to keep this in mind. I would suggest that would require funding, because we're going to hold these people inside and we hopefully to treat them for their disorders, but we have to find out how better we can return them to society. But that is going to cost us money. But we're also talking about early intervention. When we talk about early intervention, we're talking about the conditions of release and also community-based problems. When I said that was the community's issue, it is, because when these people are released back in society and commit small crimes again, they will come back to our detention center and be housed here again. And as we are saying today, then they're going to be released back out in society, but we need to have a warm handoff. So simply what I'm saying is, when our lawmakers go back to Raleigh this coming week or this coming days, be mindful of the bills that you're going to create, and be mindful that that is going to put an added burden on the sheriffs who house these people inside these detention centers and jails. That is going to take funding, and that is going to take resources, but also having a warm handoff to the community, having resources in the community, having places for them to go would also be important. So we're here to work with you, but believe it or not, you have to talk with the sheriffs who actually deal with us each and every day inside these detention centers. We thank you. God bless North Carolina in these weeks and days coming, but we do need to work together. Thank you.